Jaxtaylor makes bold dating life declaration. As if Jaxtaylor's own divorce from Britney Cartwright wasn't messy enough, he singled out another couple from the Valley as a cautionary tale for jumping back in the dating pool. On the Valley after show for Season 2, Episode 11, Jesse Lally claimed that estranged wife Michelle Sinee and boyfriend Aaron Nosler were in couples counseling, to which Jax quickly interjected, "Already? Wow, that's fast. They just started dating." Jesse replied, "Well, they might have just started dating," adding a wink as a not-so-subtle nod to his suspicions that Michelle cheated with Aaron during their marriage. Jax still didn't relent, though, and made a surprising declaration about his own romantic future. Jaxtaylor says he won't date again. "That's crazy to me. To start counseling 5 minutes into dating," Jax said on the Valley After show, before asking, "Is that a red flag? You need counseling right when you start dating." As Jesse began explaining that he could see it being a smart idea, Jax interrupted him to declare, "Exactly why I'm not getting in another relationship again." Is Jaxtaylor dating anybody now? During the Valley's June 24 episode, Britney no-showed for a post-rehab lunch meeting with Jax, explaining that she had woken up to a flood of DMs about Jax being with girls at the bar the night before. Prior to him entering treatment at a mental health facility, she had also caught him hooking up with Paige Woolen in their then-family home, as seen earlier on Season 2. However, Jax has insisted that his relationship status was, and has remained, single. "I do talk to girls and hang out, but I'm not dating anybody, no," he previously maintained on Episode 8's After show. Jaxtaylor reacts to Britney Cartwright's dating life. During the same aforementioned After show installment, Jax laid out the evidence he discovered that led him to believe there was a guy currently in Britney's dating life, though. Ultimately, he said he hopes to reach a point where they can discuss each other's new romances, even if that might not be so easy at first. "We should be able to make jokes about this," Jax elaborated, noting that they'd been broken up for a year and a half at that point. "I'd be lying to you if I said it's not going to bother me at all, but we gotta move on, and I want her to be happy." Are Jaxtaylor and Britney Cartwright divorced? Though Britney filed to legally end their marriage in August 2024, as of publication, she and Jax are not officially divorced yet. However, Jax provided a divorce update on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen's June 17 episode, revealing that the plan is for him and Britney to finalize their divorce on July 21, 2025. As for the status of their co-parenting, he shared on WWHL that he sees their 4-year-old son, Cruz, 2 to 3 times a week. Citing his and Britney's mutually crazy schedules, Jax added, "That part's been really good. I can't complain about that. So hopefully it stays like that for now." The counseling conundrum, a red flag or a smart start? Picture this. You're on the Valley After show, dissecting all the juicy drama from the latest episode. Jesse Lally, still reeling from his own separation, drops a bombshell. His estranged wife, Michelle Sinee, and her new boyfriend, Aaron Nosler, are already in couples counseling. Now, most people might just raise an eyebrow, but Jax, he practically did a double take. "Already? Wow, that's fast. They just started dating," he blurted out, a mix of disbelief and perhaps a touch of "told ye so" in his voice. Jesse, ever the subtle one, threw in a wink, hinting at his suspicions that Michelle and Aaron's relationship might have started before the ink was dry on his marriage. But even with that potential layer of complexity, Jax couldn't get past the sheer speed of the counseling. "That's crazy to me. To start counseling 5 minutes into dating," Jax mused, almost to himself. Then he posed the question we've all secretly wondered. Is that a red flag? You need counseling right when you start dating. It's a valid point, isn't it? On one hand, you might think, wow, they're really committed to making it work, even from the jump. On the other, the cynic in all of us whispers, What are they already dealing with that requires professional intervention so soon? Jesse, ever the diplomat, started to explain how he could see it being a smart idea, probably thinking about proactive communication and building a strong foundation. But before he could finish, Jax, in true Jax fashion, interrupted him with a declaration that stopped everyone in their tracks. Jaxtaylor's bold promise, exactly why I'm not getting in another relationship again. Boom! There it was, the mic drop moment we didn't see coming. Exactly why I'm not getting in another relationship again, Jax announced, a definitive statement about his own romantic future. Now, let that sink in for a moment. This is Jaxtaylor, a man whose dating life has been well documented, to say the least. For him to declare he's done with relationships entirely, that's a powerful statement, especially coming amidst the very public unraveling of his marriage to Britney Cartwright. It's easy to dismiss it as a knee-jerk reaction, a frustrated outburst from someone in the midst of a messy divorce. But sometimes, those moments of raw honesty reveal a deeper truth. Perhaps Jax, having experienced the highs and devastating lows of past relationships, is genuinely re-evaluating what he wants, or doesn't want, in his life right now. Maybe he's seen enough relationship drama, both his own and others, to decide that a solo journey is the most peaceful path forward. And let's be real, after watching the roller coaster that has been his marriage on the Valley, who can blame him for wanting to step off the ride for a bit? So is Jaxtaylor really single? The million-dollar question. Despite his dramatic declaration, the question lingers, is Jaxtaylor actually single? Because, actions often speak louder than words, especially in the world of reality TV. Just when you think you've got a handle on his relationship status, the Valley's June 24th episode threw another curveball. Britney, in a scene that probably had viewers collectively groaning, no-showed for a post-rehab lunch meeting with Jax. Her reason? She woke up to a flood of DMs about Jax being with girls at the bar the night before. Ouch! And let's not forget the bombshell from earlier in Season 2, where Britney caught him hooking up with Paige Woolen in their then-family home. So while Jax might be saying he's not getting into another relationship, there seems to be a disconnect between his words and, well, what's happening on screen. However, Jax has been pretty consistent in his insistence that his relationship status was, and has remained, single. He addressed these rumors head-on during Episode 8's after show, stating, "I do talk to girls and hang out, but I'm not dating anybody, no." It seems there's a fine line for Jax between hanging out and dating. For many, those two can blur pretty quickly, but in his mind, it's clear he's not committing to anyone in a romantic relationship. It's a nuanced distinction, but an important one for him. Maybe hanging out is his way of testing the waters without diving back into the deep end of a full-blown relationship, especially after his bold declaration. Jax's take on Britney's dating life, a glimmer of hope. While Jax is busy proclaiming his own single status, he's also been keeping a keen eye on Britney's dating life. During that same after show, he laid out the evidence he discovered that led him to believe there was a guy currently in Britney's orbit. It's natural, right? Even when a relationship ends, especially after a marriage with a child involved, there's always that curiosity about what your ex is up to. It can be a mix of emotions, a little bit of jealousy, a little bit of concern, and maybe, just maybe, a tiny bit of happiness for them. What's truly interesting, though, is Jax's ultimate hope for their future co-parenting dynamic. He expressed a desire to reach a point where they can openly discuss each other's new romances. Now that's a mature step, especially for someone who has previously struggled with emotional regulation. "We should be able to make jokes about this," Jax elaborated, pointing out that they'd been broken up for a year and a half at that point. He's realistic, though. "I'd be lying to you if I said it's not going to bother me at all. But we gotta move on, and I want her to be happy." That last part is key. I want her to be happy. It's a sentiment that, despite all the drama and accusations, shows a flicker of genuine care and perhaps a desire for a peaceful co-parenting relationship for their son, Cruz. It's a far cry from the fiery exchanges we've seen from them in the past, and it offers a glimmer of hope that they might, eventually, navigate this divorce with a degree of grace. The finish line. When will Jax and Britney be officially divorced? Ah, the never-ending divorce saga. Despite Britney filing to legally end their marriage back in August 2024, as of right now, she and Jax are not officially divorced. It seems the wheels of legal separation turn incredibly slowly, especially when there are children and shared assets involved. However, Jax did offer a much-anticipated divorce update on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen's June 17th episode. He revealed that the plan is for him and Britney to finalize their divorce on July 21, 2025. So mark your calendars. It seems there's finally a light at the end of this very long tunnel for both of them. And what about their co-parenting situation with their adorable 4-year-old son, Cruz? Jax shared on WHL that he sees Cruz 2 to 3 times a week.